Hey guys, just ignore the crappy hair and stuff. I'm about to jump in the shower soon. So I watched Jenna Marbles' most recent video, and it was her views on marriage. And it wasn't like political or anything, like all about like gay marriage or domestic partnerships, whatever. It was just her views on the subject of marriage. You know, I'll put a link to it below, or if you're subscribed to her already, you've probably already seen it. But if you don't know who that is, I'll put a link to the video, and you should subscribe to her because she's hilarious. But anyway, I want to give she inspired me to make this video. Now, as you guys know, I am gay, and I am engaged to my boyfriend Wesley, and so this is a topic that's close to my heart because when New York passed the gay marriage law, I had just gotten into New York to spend a weekend with my uncle and his partner. And the night that I got there, the law was passed, and it was a huge time for the three of us because they're like my number one supporters. Like I love they're like my role models pretty much. Like I love them, and they actually got married Easter weekend this year in New York at the Aventi Hotel. I told you guys about that. So right now, as of this summer, there will be 7 states that will allow gay marriage, domestic partnerships, and civil unions. But earlier this week, there was a thing where people were voting to see if they were going to constitutionally ban gay marriage, civil unions, and domestic partnerships in North Carolina. And the verdict was that they did end up banning it, and that is the 30th state out of 50 that banned gay marriage and civil unions and domestic partnerships. We are heading in the wrong direction, but then again, at the same time, we're making baby steps in the right direction. I don't see why people should judge homosexual, lesbian, transgendered, bisexual, pansexual individuals for wanting to marry someone they love. Marriage is about forming a bond between two people who are in love, and people say, oh, in the Bible, they say it's a sin for a man to lay with another man. In the Bible, marriage wasn't around back in the time of Jesus and God. God created Adam and Eve so they could reproduce and begin a species. There was no such thing as marriage then. There was just love. And people say that God says that it's a sin for men to marry men and women to marry women. God doesn't, in the Bible, it doesn't say anywhere about anything about marriage, what's right and wrong. Anywhere. Marriage didn't exist then. He created Adam and Eve to reproduce, to start a species of human beings, to create a world where he could start new life. And I personally am on the fence between Protestant and agnostic, because I go to a congregational church and I was raised in a congregational church. I go to youth group more than I do church, but I'm also in the bell choir and in the choir, and I'm in church whenever I'm performing or whenever the youth group is doing something, is running the service or doing something in the service. I'm always there. But anyway, I don't feel like people need to get their facts straight first when they judge people, because it's completely fine to be uncomfortable around homosexual people because it's new to them, they were raised a different way. But it's another thing to, deny them the right of being happy. It's wrong. It's a completely another thing to deny them the right of being happy. I don't see why people are just so I can't even describe it. It's in the younger generations. I feel gay marriage is going to get a lot more popular with it as time goes on, because it's the older generations, the people that are maybe 40, 50 and up, that were from different times, and there were different viewpoints on it. And at one point, it was completely taboo. It wasn't talked about at all, and it was just left alone until it resurfaced during the civil rights movement, with Harvey Milk being like the mayor or whatever of San Francisco and him being gay. It was just it erupted in about around the 70s, 60s. But since then, it's just Obama's the first president. That's another thing. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before, but Obama came out to the country and said that he's in support of gay marriage. He's the first president to support gay marriage. That is a huge thing for this country. Like, you don't know how big that is. Like, once a president supports it, that's huge influence. Like, huge, huge. But I don't see why anyone who look and act just like, well, act slightly different, but who look just like me and Wesley, have to say that Wesley and I don't have the right to get married. I live in Connecticut. Gay marriage is legal in Connecticut. He lives in Rhode Island, and gay marriage isn't legal in Rhode Island. Only civil unions and domestic partnerships are. So, why deny the people the right of happiness? I just don't get that at all. But at the same time, I don't want to be hating on other people because of them thinking the way that they think. Everyone has the right to their own opinion, but it's the way you voice it that matters. And to ban something this huge is just sickening to me. It's absolutely sickening. When I heard the verdict, I almost threw up. I couldn't believe that happened. That it's now this country's at even 30 states where gay marriage is banned. Never gonna happen unless the state government itself repeals it and makes it legal, which is highly unlikely in a place like North Carolina, where there's this thing about this preacher saying how parents should punch and break their gay child's wrists and punch them and beat them. Like, that's just not right. Gay people are human, 100% human. There's nothing different about them except who they love. I don't see why. And another thing is that, I forget which taxes. I think I want to say the federal taxes. You can't send in your federal taxes as a married couple if you're a gay couple, even if the state it has legal gay marriage, because the federal government doesn't say that gay marriage is legal. So you can't file your federal taxes as a married. You can't file with your spouse. You have to file separately. I just don't get that. I don't see why we're being so stubborn about it. It's just we're in 2012. We're not. We have come such a long way since when this country first started. If someone was gay or the slightest bit different from what was thought to be normal, they were burned. Just burned. And what bugs me is that people, when they say the word faggot, you don't understand the history of that word. Faggot is, back in like the 1700s, when they burned people at the stake, they would use gay people to start the fire. It wasn't wood, it was gay people. And now faggot means a bundle of sticks. Well, back then it was a bundle of homosexuals. It's just, I can't even believe that our country, who stands for freedom and equality, and every man is created equal, every man deserves to be treated equally. Where is that? Where is that in our legislature. I just don't get it. I don't. I'm very lucky to live in a family where my uncle is gay, but everyone, almost everyone, except my grandmother, and maybe my family in Italy, who are very conservative and very, village in the mountain people, so they're very stuck in their ways. Who almost everyone in my family is supportive of gay rights. My mom was a 150% supporter of gay rights. And my dad, he's come to terms with it. His brother's gay. He doesn't have an issue with it. It's just he didn't think that his son was going to be gay. But I mean, he doesn't have an issue with it. It's hard to, oh, I'm not going to have grandchildren from this side of my family. He might not even get grandkids from my brother. My brother is 20 and he just got in a recommitted relationship. He had issues with that, but it's hard for a parent to do. But I mean, it's an amazing thing for the child if you as a parent can support them. You have no idea how much it means to them if you as their parent supports them and loves them. Even if you don't support it, keep loving them. Show them that they are loved, because they need it. They really, really need it. I mean, that's really all I'm going to say right now, but if you guys ever want to talk to me about any of this, leave me a comment or even message me. I respond to my messages like within a few hours or even a day. I'm not really that bad. I'm not bad about it responding. So yeah, this was a pretty different video because most of my videos are about like hair or something. But yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.